Hey guys, Old Geezer Shadow here. Before we get into this video, I wanted to go ahead and kind of let you guys know a little bit of a disclaimer. At some point in this video, there will be an implied commentary on religion from the game as direct commentary on religion for myself. I will be providing timestamps for those who find this a bit of a sensitive, touchy topic. About 3 different cards. One where the cutscene that makes this commentary begins. One where I provide my own personal commentary, and then just one where we're kind of all done with that. That way, if you're sensitive to any of this, then you can skip to any of those cards. But I do ask that in regards to this, please, to anyone in the comments section, keep it respectful. I am not going to approve of hate speech in any capacity, and I mean this universally and not in any one-sided manner. So I will take down any comments that I would believe to say bigot or insert phobic here just as quickly as I will the F word or something with tard at the end. I'm not saying that one party or the other solely uses it, but there are technically parts that are more inclined to use it. Like I said, just keep it respectful. I thank you for your patience, and please enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Legends. In the last episode, we fought Blackbeard again, parted ways with Enrique, unfortunately to get our proverbial butts handed to us by Ramirez, along with quite a few bomb drops, if you will, of info. This episode, we're going to the Great Silver Shrine to confirm a lot of that at this point. Alright, time to head to the Great Silver Shrine. Hang on, I'm about to increase our speed. Okay, Fina, go as fast as you want. We'll be okay. Alright, hang on. Wow, this is great! Look, Crescent Isle looks so small from up here. And then they all suffocated from lack of oxygen and died. The end. Sorry. My wife just said a running joke between us. Vice, now you'll get to see what lies beyond the sunset. This is amazing. We're almost as high as the moons. Jeez, I wonder where we need to be. The PNG moon, or the very 3D object obviously slapped on top of said PNG moon? Vice, look, over there by the silver moon. There's something there. That is my home, the Great Silver Shrine. I never noticed that it's not fully attached, it's actually kind of floating nearby. Interesting. We're upside down. Alright, so full disclosure. There are precisely 4 chests here. Once you leave this place, you will never be able to get them. In fact, if you go into... We can actually go into these things, and I think this will lead straight to Fina's room. You can find Ramirez's room as well. This used to be my room. I grew up in this place. I have many fond memories of this place, but it was so lonely here. It's bed is adequately quite convenient. Actually, quite convenient. The sheets are automatically changed every day. But I still felt more comfortable sleeping in normal beds. The kind that you all sleep in. Each bed felt so warm, so comforting, almost as if they had been bathed in warm sunlight for hours and hours. I don't know why. These flowers are not real. The elders made them. You see, no living creatures other than the Silvites lives in this shrine, which begs the question how they even ate, but okay. Oh, and I did want to bring up plot twists. So Ramirez brought up. All right, before we go to the Great Solar Shrine, Ramirez brought up that kind of all 6 crystals were used to bring down the Plains of Destruction. Actually, I'll wait till after because it will clarify how, and it's going to make it real confusing. So, or plot hole. And this is one that even I have a hard time explaining away. Wow, so this is what the Great Silver Shrine looks like. It's amazing. Vice, do you see that building over there? That is the room of the Elders. It is the heart of this shrine. To get there, we must travel through the path of emptiness. But be careful, or else you might lose all sense of direction in there. Great. This sounds like it's going to be loads of fun. Well, I guess all we have to do is just not get lost, right? Come on, Vice. Thankfully, once again, Roran Orizoro is not on our crew, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright. So the first thing, and luckily enough, like she said, there's no living things here, so there is nothing in the way of random encounters. Alright, there are precisely... It's broken up into 2 halves with 2 treasure chests, if I'm remembering things right. I'll admit, this is not my favorite sounding area. The, my wife particularly hates one particular sound. I hate the others. I do not like the way the glass sounds when he steps on it. Also, the music is kind of lame, if I'm going to be blunt. One of the few exceptions to this game where I just don't care much for the music, other than like the quote-unquote creepy music in DeLoco's base and whatnot. Alright, so you get 1 silver armor, and if I'm not mistaken, only Vice and Gilder can equip them. My wife particularly does not care for the humming going on in the background.
See why Fina didn't sleep well there.
She said she could see why Fina didn't sleep well there, for those who didn't hear. So, alright, if I'm not mistaken... And a moonberry. If I can get Vice to walk in a straight line. Alright. Okay, and I'll unlock. Probably go with Gilder's last one, actually. And this would be redundant. So... Now, I'll admit, the place actually looks kind of cool. Like, you've got that, if a bit hauntingly empty.
It looks like you're walking through a fucking computer in the sky.
Okay, to be fair, that might be why I think it looks cool.
Back in the day in the 90s, they had clear computers.
clear computers and
the color you can see inside.
And you had the controllers that would do that too, and of course...
And that's what that fucking looks like.
I am showing my inner millennial here because I am still suckered in by that 2000 aesthetic. So, true story. I actually thought iPods were overrated. I love those little nugget MP3 players growing up that everyone else seems to have hated. So, I'm just weird, probably. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, which way do I want to go? Like, you want to make sure not to miss any treasure chests, so... Okay, I think I need to go this way first. Oh, actually, no. Okay, no. I am going the right way, or... Well, yeah, the right way, because we don't want to be missing no chests. Alright, get another moonberry, and we're going to actually complete Gilder's moveset. And this is the strongest multi-target attack, the Claudia. He basically just bombards people with his chip. Probably one of the more practical characters I've ever seen in this game. He's got a tool, you might as well use it. Better than dropping the whole moon on someone. So you know this isn't Majora's Mask because the people who are dropping the moon on the planet are the good guys. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, okay, maybe it's here. Like, you do not want to... Okay, good. This is the last item in the Great Silver Shrine, and it is another silver armor. So, Gilder's getting that. And... since he is equipmentless, all right. Now, we're going to take kind of a big gamble because, admittedly, both in Dolphin Emulator and on the Wii when I played this emulated, this next cutscene liked to crash, so, unless I intentionally sped through it. So we're going to try one time through, and if that don't work, get up and try again. And we're just going to speed through it. Fina? Where are we? We're in the Chamber of Elders. Fina, welcome home. And there's actually, well... I trust you have completed your mission. I'm sorry. I collected the crystals, but they were stolen by Ramirez. What? Fina, who? What is that? Zone. No, just kidding. I see you've brought some of the island dwellers back with you. How amusing. Hey, looks like there's a bunch of them. I see. So Ramirez has returned after all. When he stopped contacting us, we feared the worst. When he was here in the shrine, he was so loyal, I can't imagine what made him change. If he gave the crystals to the island dwellers, this is very grave news indeed. If he has turned, and he has all 6 crystals, he may release the seal on Zalos. That would be tragic. Zalos? What's grave news? What are you talking about? Elder Prime, please, I want to know the truth. Ramirez said that he was gathering the moon crystals to raise the lost continent, to unleash the rains of destruction. He told me that the Silvites called down the rains of destruction on the old world. Is that true? Is that what the crystals are used for? So, young Fina, you have discovered the truth about the crystals. I suppose the time has come to tell you everything. I shall take you to the Hall of Knowledge, where you will find the truth. What's happening to us? I don't like that. Where are we? Vice, I don't like this. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. How about you? I'm not sure yet. I feel strange. Hey, Fina. Where'd the crazy old man go? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I've never been here before. You are in the Hall of Knowledge. This is where you will find the Chronicles of Arcadia. To be released never. I'm just kidding. It is here where you may observe the events that shape the world as you know it. Look not with your eyes, but with your hearts. You will see the power of the moon crystals and witness the rains of destruction. It looks like a giant island. This is Soltis. Long ago, this continent flourished under the light of the silver moon. It was our home. So there was one continent for each moon, right? You are correct. The world was at peace, and its population was thirsting for knowledge. But their leaders used their newfound knowledge to create the Gigas. I believe you have seen what the Gigas can do firsthand. They all sought the power of the moon crystals. These 6 little gems twisted the hearts and souls of men. The world became a nightmare. 1,000 atrocities resulted in countless deaths. Even after most of the world was destroyed, the survivors sought to kill rather than heal. We watched and judged. We decided the world could not be saved. Everything came from nothing, so to complete the cycle, we decided to destroy everything so the world would once again be nothing. We believed that a new peaceful world would rise from the ashes of the old. Zalos, our own Gigas, was born. It was a Gigas born from nothing, but it encompassed everything. It was truly almighty. And then we commanded Zalos to focus its energy on the moons. Moonstones battered the lands. The world was cleansed of evil. Zalos was the cause of the rains of destruction. When it was over, we placed Zalos in a state of suspended animation and sealed him in the depths of Soltis with our magic. It was a magical seal so great that only the power of the 6 moon crystals together could break it. Afterwards, we sent Soltis, along with Salos, into deep sky, where we hoped it would remain lost forever. Salos was too powerful. Never should a living soul animate him. We separated this shrine from the rest of Soltis and fled to the skies. Since the days of the old world, we have been watching the world rise from its ashes. So this great silver shrine carried the Silvites to safety after they destroyed the world. How convenient. You caused the rains of destruction. So now you understand the truth. Vina, when we sent you on your mission, it was not to stop Valua from using the Gigas. It was to once again call down the rains of destruction. You used her? That's horrible! Vina, you saw with your own eyes. Anger, the hate, the suffering, That quest for power would only consume them. We must cleanse the world. Vice, we see in your heart that you have helped Vina on her quest. I will allow you to stay here in the Great Silver Shrine and live in the new world we are about to create. Will you aid us? You are no different from Galcian. If the world isn't meeting your... Okay. I'm going to stop talking for a minute, but I'm going to explain why. Vina, you are one of us. You understand. No, I do not understand. Elders, you are all wrong. How can you think like this? What? Vice and the others have taught me something. I learned that no matter what happens, you have to be strong. Even if your home is burned to the ground, even if you're facing impossible odds, and even when you don't know who to trust, you have to be strong and fight for a better future. I believe in what I have learned. As long as the people of the world that have strength in their hearts, they will be able to overcome anything. There has to be a way to return peace to the world without having called down the rains of destruction. Vina. I'm sorry, but that world now belongs to me. I will bring a new order to the world, and all shall bow before me. Galcian! How did he get here? Did you forget, little girl, that Ramirez is also a Silvite? He too has a ship that is capable of reaching this place. I have come to claim the silver crystal. What? Look out! No! Elders, I understand you wish to mold the world into how you see fit, but you will not be the ones with the power to make that decision. Ramirez is much too valuable to me. I could not take the crystal from his body. I thought of taking the crystal from you, Fina, but I realized there was a much easier way of getting one. Now the 6 crystals are in my possession. Watch as the world bows before me. Damn, Galcian! Elder Prime! Do not cry, Fina. Elder Prime is now free. He has returned to a state of nothingness. But Ramirez has required all 6 of the crystals. The world will crumble before them. All is lost. I refuse to give up. I can't sit here and watch the people of the world be slaughtered. We will stop them. We can't let them unleash the rains of destruction. Fina, it is hopeless. Vice, we've got to go back to Deep Sky to find Soltis. Galcian and Ramirez must be stopped. Alright, everyone, you heard Fina. We've got to stop them. Island dwellers, if you wish, I can send you back to the entrance of the shrine. That's weird. He's supposed to be dead. I don't know how he's able to offer that. We should probably do the same. Alright. So, make sure there's no other cutscenes. Alright. I heard a rumor concerning Dangral Island a little while ago. According to my sources, Galcians built some sort of elevator that leads down beneath the Great Cloud Sea. Do you think they built it to try to get to Soltis? Probably, and I bet they're heading there with the moon crystals as we speak. Well, then it looks like we know where we need to go. Let's try and get to Soltis through Dangral Island. We need to stop Galcian. Alright, I want to talk about a few things. Obviously, Soltis is a parallel for Atlantis. That is not the thing I take issue with. Nor do I take issue with the fact that there's a problem with the Silvites playing judge, jury, and executioner. It's the other blatant analogy that I have an issue with, and this wasn't quite as common back then. It's ramped up in increasing amounts now, but it's the anti-ideology issue. In case you didn't notice, there's some not so subtle hints as to what the Silvite mentality is supposed to be analogous for. I think it is very short-sighted as to what it's trying to compare itself to. I'm not going to talk much more on that, but I'm not a big fan of that. Alright, now, there have been some major plot holes. Okay, first off, I want to continue the short-sighted escapades of Galcian. Not only was his lackadaisical approach on the train a major miscalculation, but as he basically said himself, at any point he could have taken Ramirez's ship and killed one, if not all, of the Silvite Elders. And this would have pretty much been a winning move, especially if you couple that with just a little bit more urgency on the train. Fina wouldn't have known what to do with the moon crystals. Ramirez could have claimed them at any time. Vice and Aka would be dead, so any forces that would be capable of bringing him down would automatically be dwindled, if not what's the word I'm thinking of? They would have lost all morale. That sense. But instead, he's so sluggish and underestimates his targets so often to the point where he just takes too much time doing things, and it costs him dearly in the end. Alright, now for the real major plot hole. So as you heard the Silvite suggest, and Ramirez prior, all 6 moon crystals are needed to awaken Zalos, right? Then how was Yelagar only put in a sense of sleep, Rachnum/Plergoth still active for thousands of years, and Grendel able to go on a rampage for a considerable amount of time? Even if you were to say that, you have to command the Gigas to be to stand down, not just remove the moon crystal from whatever's powering it, that would only work for Grendel. And of course Yelagar was put to sleep, but that means that they went out of their way, after basically leveling the whole planet, to put the moon crystals back into Plergoth's and Yelagar's main units, as well as the same for putting it back into Grendel's pedestal so he could keep its rampage going up. Alright, so there's that. On top of that, Gilder actually suggested the most practical method. He just didn't realize it because they didn't realize what they were doing. Simply destroying the moon crystals would have been enough to keep the Gigas from coming back. Or, just the fact that at least 2 of them have been physically and permanently decommissioned. One of them is straight up dead, because it's organic. Of course, Yeligar was catastrophically destroyed. Blueheim might be able to be repaired. So really, but that's debatable. So really the only real confirmable threats if the moon crystals were not destroyed to begin with or ended up in the wrong hands were Recumen and Grendel. And even then, with Grendel trapped in a ravine, his threat could be limited too, leaving only Recumen to be the only viable threat, except once again, its pedestal was destroyed when it was awakened. So that explains the pedestal, but once again, Plergoth and Yeligar are both just big, gigantic, flaming question marks. Like, did the Silvites think nothing had to be done about the Arc Whale that was still causing terror for thousands of years later? If it had only required a silver moon crystal to awaken Zalos, that would have made sense, but all 6 of them just makes this whole thing a headache and a half. And then, of course, also, like I said, if the threat of the Gigas, from Fina's perspective, that was the only real threat. Well, like we said, one was dead, one was catastrophically destroyed, one might as well have been decommissioned so hard that it couldn't even be repaired. The other, well, it ain't getting out of its trap. That left only one, and it's suffering with a limited mobility issue. All people would have to do is move far away from, like, the Maramba area, and they're probably safe from Recumen. There was no need for all of this. Destroying the moon crystals would have been a viable solution, if for nothing else other than risk mitigation. So, Fina made this more complicated on herself than she needed to. Can't blame her, she was sheltered and always kind of given a limited subset of knowledge, but it is just something that just irks me just a hair. Alright, now that we're back from this Great Silver Shrine, I want to go back and see Ryukan. And I should be able to talk to him. Okay. Alright, so it won't be until after this next area. Alright. We're going to go back to the ship. And we're going to go to Dangral Island. However, while I'm on the way, I want to demonstrate and explain something. I'm going to head due west from here. Namely into Valuan territory. Alright. So, hypothetically, you can still enter Lower City from here. If I can enter the right spot. Lower City value up. And I explained this because if you missed... Now, like I said, 2 of those chests, the one where you met Dian after you rescued him, they've been inaccessible ever since you left. But if any of the prior 6 you hadn't collected in Lower City Valua, or you missed any in Shrine Island that I showed you, now's your chance to collect them. After you leave this island, there won't be another opportunity. Ever. Or after you get into and leave Dangral Island. Precisely. That having been said, I've gotten all 3 chests here and all 8 in Lower City Valua. So we are just going to make a beeline for Dangral Island. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to hang out in Looperland for a minute because, full disclosure, Gilder is horribly underleveled for what's coming. So I'm actually going to grind a bit. And I'm going to grind... Do I want to take that approach? I don't think I've fought enough enemies. Yeah, I'm going to grind until I have about the 1,000,000 gold required. But, okay, I went the long way around. Ooh, let's see if I can get this. Oh, there we go. Got the Hamahai fish, which I think is one of the most valuable fish in the game. Okay. I'm going to spend some time in Looperland, and then I will meet you guys back at Dangral Island. Alright here, people, since I have become a very extravagant vice, a swashbuckler rating I imagine many of you don't see throughout your playthroughs, I'm going to go throughout the areas, and this is one of the few times I'm actually going to go out of my way to show unique interactions for a swashbuckler rating. You've kind of seen it hinted at earlier. To be precise, as far as I know, the places you can get swashbuckler interactions that are unique are Sailor's Island, Pirate Isle, Nazrad, Maramba. I don't know if Yafutoma, Esperanza, or Hortega offer that, but I will, I'm going to check all the ones that do have unique interactions for this swashbuckler rating, and I'll kind of show you all of them. They're all going to be kind of in populated areas, so you only have to go to so many. I'll see you with each of them. Alright, so the first place that can have unique interactions is Sailor's Island. As far as I know, things like the Sailors Guild shop and whatnot, they don't, Vice the Extravagant, it's a pleasure to see you. I've heard much about your spending habit, your adventures. Actually, it's quite the opposite. I've been hoarding a bit. Been very frugal. Like I said, this is a form of the spending habit. It's called I just don't. The item shop lady will also have unique interaction. Bless the moons, it's Vice the Extravagant. I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. Rich and handsome, you're a dream come true. And go in here. Oh, the ship parts merchant. Vice the Extravagant, I envy you. It's one of my dreams in life to be rich, really rich. Want to give me some money while you're here? I mean, that's what shopping's all about, but no. My humble inn may not be up to your standards, Vice the Extravagant, but I do hope that you would honor me by staying the night. Yeah. They have different ones, like you get Vice the Battle Lord. I think it's like the Sailors End Guild guy, he'll be like, don't beat me up. What's funny is the ship guy, I know if you get a Sky Battle King Vice on its own, he's like, I heard you once took out a ship by throwing a cannon at it. Apparently he's confusing me with Monkey D. Garp. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, both Maramba and Nazrad have unique interactions. Alright. So, Sailor's Guild guy and the ship parts dealer will almost always say the same thing. We can talk to the weapons merchant here. Welcome to my humble store. Your vast wealth is well known among the merchants of Nasser. We all honor and envy your success. I don't know if the innkeep at this place makes any mention of the swashbuckler ratings. I've never bothered to look into that. Let's see. See what she has to say. Nope. I'll probably sell some of this item shop guy just to give me some buffer money to work with. Welcome, welcome. Hey, I know you're the one they call Vice the Extravagant. You must be rich. Come spend all your money at my store. I'm actually gonna sell stuff so you give me money. Let's ditch the Hamahai fish. The Vengeance armor. And we have a bit of an excess of black maps. We only need one. Alright. Okay. I will check Yafutoma and Ixataka, but I do believe they don't have anything to say there. I'll go ahead and tell you for a fact. Valua didn't have anything. Then makes sense. The lower city, they're gonna try to keep out the idea that a particular sky pirate is very successful. I know there's probably a lot of information they don't want getting out, like how their Grand Admiral just turned on them. Alright. Now, I do think the lady running the inn here, she just mentions how she knows it's a little worse for wear. I don't think it's anything. However, we can talk to the shopkeep here. Or the weapons merchant. Please share your wealth with the people of this town. And this, my friends, is why you do not let anyone ever know if you won the lottery. I think the Scream Mask guy was on something. Welcome, Vice the Extravagant. Please share your wealth with this city. With your help, we can rebuild this place to its former glory. I mean, I can kind of understand. Nazarite could really use it. What's funny is if you talk to them, they act like it's kind of, oh yeah, it's coming along, it's getting better. It doesn't ever look like it. Alright. So, there's those three. Yeah, we want to talk to the people back home in Pirate Island. Actually, we'll make that our last stop. Like I said, I don't think Yafutoma and Horteka have anything unique to offer. I'll need to talk to about one or two shopkeepers to know for a fact. Alright. So let's appreciate the last visit in Yafutoma I will ever be doing, which is almost a little disappointing to me. Like, you're almost made to visit Horteka like 4 different times throughout the game to get everything it has to offer. Make sure, because I had to fight more than a handful of loopers to get there. talk to this ship parts merchant. I'm pretty sure he doesn't say anything unique. So I think I'd only need to talk to him and the weapons merchant to get a pretty accurate idea. Alright. Oh, this is funny. I never got the chance to show this. Hey, this door isn't meant for customers. I love it. That is the... Okay, wow, that is the funniest little detail I've ever seen in the whole game. I can't help but appreciate that just a little bit. Well, besides, you know, mismatched pre-recorded lines with in-game dialogue. I think this... Yeah. Didn't think so. Yeah, nothing unique to the status here, but that does make sense. Yafutoma is largely isolated from the rest of the world, so... So now let's continue on to Ortega. I'm trying to think if other than that and Pirate Island, if I'm missing anything. Alright. So... I need to go east, not west. East? I thought it said west. It was like one of the... I can't not quote that. You know, I don't know if I've ever tried this. I wonder... Can I enter Rixus from the top? That would be funny if I could. No. I still think that would be a cool idea, but I ain't gonna let you do that. Alright, so I wanted to ask, while I'm hunting down anything I can uniquely discuss the extravagant dialogue with, I wanted to discuss kind of how I would have approached Deathless differently if I hadn't have been served a big piece of humble pie by Richtelish. I would have actually waited for pretty much the sisters, everything that was available post the separation. I would have waited to encounter once I got Gilder back on crew. And I would have used Looperland to grind him up to the levels necessary to take them. This would also make other bosses in the game that are later on a little more manageable to him as well. See, I don't think he's going to mention anything. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they don't say anything yet either. Once again, I mean, as they are right now, Ixataka is still largely isolated, so they wouldn't know nor care to know about like how overly loaded I am. Alright, I believe that makes my last stop Pirate Isle. I would have actually also spent a little longer, namely in the Grand Fortress, because of the fact that there's a good chance of certain enemies, and one you never even saw me fight, I believe. Actually, no, I think the Enforcers are it, or whatever they're called there. But there is a chance of something there dropping an Aura of Valor. I also would have spent more time. There were a number of ways I would have approached it, actually. Alright, so let's go. I need to find. There's Pirate Isle. Not southeast from here. Okay. Bless you. The last place where you can kind of get unique swashbuckler rating options is back home on Pirate Isle. I don't think your mother's going to care to talk to you anything about it. You know, I do wonder if the two-town gossips like that kind of bring up the swashbuckler system you mentioned anything. Never thought to actually look into that. So, head this way. Alright, and we pretty much want to just go into the shop here. If you talk to Aaron, well, you're not only handsome, but you're rich now, too. You gotta let me go sailing with you someday, of course. Welcome, Vice the Extravagant. A beautiful ship and endless riches. You've done well for yourself. Alright, and as far as I know, that is all the possible options to talk to for unique swashbuckler ratings. Like I said, I'm gonna double check on the gossips, and I don't think Mom has anything unique to say about unique swashbuckler ratings, but it would be kind of cool to know. For those who are wondering about all the other little tidbits I'm missing for the excellent, I'm actually going to get to that, not this dungeon, but the next one after it. Alright. Now, back to Dangral Island, and this is much more straightforward. But I am going to make sure I actually might keep the black map on, because I don't need to keep the extravagant rating. I just wanted to get it visible and show all the unique interactions, because really there aren't a whole lot of YouTubers that have that up and visible, so I thought that'd be just kind of cool to show. Something to maybe set me apart from some of the other ones. Alright. Now the name of the game here is to just go to that bottom level of Dangral Island. Okay. Yeah, I'll put them in. We've got about 4 minutes left. Good, no. Didn't hurt to get the reminder. Yeah. Sorry about that multitasking just a hair. Alright. So, how is my moonberry count looking? Need one more. Actually, you know what? I was gonna make. Alright. Alright. Now we want to make a beeline down this area. Take this elevator. I hope this works. Well, there's only one way to find out. Alright, it's moving! Yeah, it looks like this will take us straight to Soltis. You'll be dead before you get there. And here's this moron. Hey there, Red. Did you miss me? It's Vigoro. I've been thinking about you. I can't believe this guy. He just doesn't know when to give up. I remember you, Vice. This time I'm ready for you. Let's settle this once and for all. And as much as I hate to admit it, he made a claim that he was much tougher with that cannon and armor. It tracks. Alright. So right off the bat, remember that Vigoro knows nothing of magic. And the main thing is, our most at-risk party member of dying is far and away Gilder. I know, not Fina. Okay, please ain't me. Okay, at least Fina's got her guard up. Oh Lord, I wonder if that's not a subtle analogy for something. This can potentially one-shot Ika, Fina, or Gilder, so just be mindful of that. Please go for anyone other than Fina.
Your petty little trick won't work on us.
I don't know why that is not. And yeah, he can now just deal confused status by just thwacking you on the head. And yep, glad I went for the defensive route.
Take this.
I'm gonna speed through Prophecy because you can't skip it with start, so. Thankfully, Vigoro has a non-existent knowledge of magic, otherwise this boss fight would be way harder than it already is. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to use Vigoro's charm almost any throughout this whole fight. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish him off with Blue Robes. And give us a full heal while winning the fight.
This is what I came
Yeah! Here goes! Ha! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
A fine blade. Found some treasure.
You guys look hungry. Bless us all.
I lost again.
We had to get that shot.
I wish they were all that easy.
Don't know what you're talking about, Gilder. Yeah, I give up. You're the better man. I didn't think there was anyone else in this world other than Lord Galcian that could best me. Galcian and Ramirez are down below. Good luck, kid. Red, looks like this is goodbye. The strongest man has the right to be with the finest woman. No comment. Vice just stomped me pretty good, so I don't deserve you. I mean, that's not really how this works. It's to each their own mutual personal preference. Wow, maybe if you didn't come on so strong, you might actually be appealing. So what are you gonna do now? I don't know. Maybe I'll become an air pirate like you guys. As long as there are beautiful women in this world, I'll keep fighting. Asshole.
Goodbye.
So long, blue rogues. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Sorry, I figured I'd have the volume match him slowly getting further away. Alright. Now. Next thing we want to do is go up this ladder, and luckily enough, there's no moonfish, there's no chams, nothing here. Just a ladder. Alright. And I'm not going to cut the episode off here. Actually, we are going to go confront Galcian and Ramirez. Get a little taste of Soltis. This is amazing! So you made it this far. Galcian, Ramirez! I'm gonna go ahead and, what is that? Nice, that sphere is the Silver Gigas, Zalos. Vina, you act like you know the thing your whole life, but you just learned about this thing's existence. I'm just saying. What? That's the Gigas? Vice, look! The moon crystals! They're using the crystals to break the seal. Once Zalos is freed, I shall control the greatest weapon of all time. I will be able to call down the rains of destruction at will. And then my reign shall begin. The sixth moon shall obey my commands. You may live long enough to see it. Then again, you may not. And if this isn't a blast from the past... the Eliminator. I'm actually going to change my color to match its format, because I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure silver is not weak to anything. Similar to the Sentinel, you want to guard on the next turn. Can't remember, I think that one has a chance of dealing instant death. Thankfully, he went after Fina, so... Let's see if I can finish it off with this one. Not quite yet, but next one should do it. Very good. You would have only disappointed me if you died. but you are too late. He broke the seal! Zalos, I am your master. Raise the lost continent of Soltis. From this day forth, Soltis shall be my castle. Farewell, air pirates. This place shall become your grave. Vice, we've got to hurry. Zalos is raising Soltis. We have to get back to Dangral Island. We can't stay here. Vice, hurry. Damn, we were so close. All right, everyone. Go back to Dangral Island. Alright. Let's get on this elevator and get moving. Vice, what's going on? I don't know. You've got to be kidding. I'm trying. It's no use, there's no power. I've got an idea. Vice, what do you think you're doing? Come on, let's go. Let's go, what do you mean, let's go? You don't mean... Yes, we're gonna run up the rail. Hurry, I don't know how much longer it will hold. You're serious? Vice, some of us aren't as young as we used to be, you know? And that's how getting older works. What's that? It's Soltis! Hurry, this railing isn't gonna last too much longer. Bina, you go first. Okay. Run! Go, go, go! Okay. So I think this'll... Okay, yeah, I think it's gonna keep falling apart. I was curious if we get instant game over, but I ain't gonna chance it on this. Haven't saved in a minute. That was too close. Vice, this way, hurry! Hurry, Vice, get off the rail. Vice! What the? Why is the ground shaking? I don't know. Everything's in the air. That actually is the curious question. Isaba, what is the meaning of this? I do not know. The winds are shifting. Something is very, very wrong. And this is why I said treasure chests at some point in Shrine Island will become inaccessible. What the erg? Which actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but... I'll explain why at some point, but... I love how the music's playing almost like the continent itself is the Gigas, which is... That is actually flipping cool as hell, not gonna lie. Alright. I think this is a good point as ever to stop. In the next episode, we will see what's going on with Soltis. Maybe try to do something to stop anything further from happening. Until then, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next episode.